Not all brands work out for everyone. Today, this video is going to be a discussion of which brands did not work out for me and which brands are off my radar for the foreseeable future. I have my little notebook here. I will be going through my picks one by one. The first name on this list is, of course, going to be Bella Beaute Bar. Why Bella Beaute Bar? Let me explain. For the past year or so, I've been buying stuff from Bella Beaute Bar, every release, everything basically, and every time it's the same thing. First off, their shipping charges used to be way more than any other indie brand in the market. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the shipping to Canada, not US. So if you're from the US, you don't really got a say in this. When their products arrive, you have to pay customs. That's another thing. Also, there is the matter of the high prices. The prices are up there. The palettes, I guess you can pay for, but their singles, their lip glosses, very overpriced unless you can find them on sale. These are some of the things that indie brands do face, but beyond that, the thing is, I prefer to give a chance to brands who make an effort. So I've been seeing Bella Beaute Bar for the past while, and it's the same thing. There's long pre-orders. Right now, almost all products are out of stock on their website. Almost everything that you could possibly be interested in. So, meaning they're still pursuing a strategy of ordering very small quantities, producing very small, and then, as soon as they're sold out, there's a big banner on Instagram, sold out. Thank you for your support. So that's great for the brand, but what about the people who still want the products? And I just think that this brand can do better in the sense that they've gone pretty mainstream for the past couple of years, I suppose. And I like to see some progress. I like to see things moving forward, things improving a little bit. And I haven't seen that from this brand at all. Hence, I will be taking a break from them for the next little while. Next up, we have Unearthly Cosmetics. I say Unearthly Cosmetics for exactly the same reasons as Bella Beaute Bar, except I just had like a little bit of a positive experience with them, which is that every time I put something in my cart, it's always like the shipping is $31 or more sometimes, and it's just, and of course the long pre-orders and the out of stock things, and it's been the same with them as well. Like, I've seen no change, I've seen no improvement, so that is it for me. However, just for fun, I just went to their website and I was looking around and I put the Fall Magic palette in there and also Don't Be Jelly. So I thought I would just see, maybe they're having a promotion, which almost never happens, or maybe the shipping is reasonable this time. I mean, one can dream. So I did get free shipping, which is pretty amazing because the total with or without the shipping, it's pretty huge. Plus you have to factor in the customs, so you add all those costs and the product is just not worth it. So this time I did have a positive experience, but I'm not sure how long that will keep up. So for that reason, after this last purchase of mine, I will be taking a break. Next up is Ace Beaute. Now, this is a truly strange brand. Sometimes you don't hear from them for months on end. Like, their social media is quiet, there's no posts, nothing at all. And also their newsletter, you don't see it. Then out of the blue, they will send you an email and say that we have this thing going on, or this is the inspiration for your looks, or whatever. But it's so inconsistent, it's so random, it's like nobody's even running that business, and running that business is like an afterthought. And you know what their last release was. It was, I believe, back in spring. It was the floral collection, and that was a nice launch, but since then there has been nothing from this brand. So I did explain in another video. I will just summarize it here. What happened is I ordered the floral collection, and there was another one, the cosmic collection, that had the 2 palettes, and it arrived here in Canada, and the shipping company was asking me probably more than $80 if I remember correctly. And I did not want to pay that on top of what I paid for shipping and the product. So I was like, fuck this, take it back, and the guy took it back. And it reached their headquarters, and it was received by one person, signed by another. There are multiple employees or people managing that place. There is an office. It's not like a basement or something. But after that, after receiving the package, they didn't respond to any of my emails. I asked for a refund. It wasn't a small amount that I paid, and for weeks on end, I don't hear from them. I don't hear nothing at all, till I just went ahead and I threatened them with involving the authorities. And that's when I received their response the next day. They refunded me what I paid minus the shipping fee. So I gained 0 products and I was out maybe 30 or 40 bucks. So that was a great experience, of course, so why wouldn't I keep buying from them? For many customers, one shitty experience is all it takes, and that is what happened in this case. Next up is P.Louise Cosmetics. Now, I got a really pretty palette from P.Louise a little while back, I would say, and it was a nice pastel palette. I think it was called the Unlock Your Creativity palette with light pink packaging, like a book shape. I do have a video on that, which I will link somewhere. And what happened was I tried it on, and the pastel shades would just fade away in a few minutes. So it was really poor quality, and I was beyond confused because I went on an internet hunt and I couldn't find any bad reviews or anything like that. And I was like, what is going on? Like, needless to say, I was pretty confused, and since the product didn't perform well, I did a video on it, and I was like, can someone tell me what's going on? Am I not using this right? What am I doing wrong? There were people who said that you're supposed to use these products in a certain way. Like, you're supposed to pack them on like that, how they show on Instagram. First you pack them on, and then you blend the edges really carefully. And I do not work with finicky products. I'm sorry, but that's a no. And I really like their new Halloween palettes, but for this reason, I'm not gonna be picking them up. Even though there are some very passionate fans out there who are like, you're not using it right. But I don't work with finicky products when there's so many other better products in the market, which you don't have to use a certain technique or use a certain tool or, you know, maybe say a prayer or a curse before you sit down and do your makeup. Like, screw that. Next up is Sigma Cosmetics. Now, Sigma is a lovely brand. Their products, especially their brushes, are nice, and their makeup is excellent quality. They do have a lot of sales. Whenever they would come here, there would be a very high charge from their shipping company, and that would just be for the shipping company itself. The taxes and the customs and all that are going to the Canadian whatever agency were on top of that. So I just got sick of paying it. And I asked Sigma, like, do you not have any authorized retailers in Canada? Like, what the hell? And they were like, no, we're not interested in doing business in Canada. That is essentially what their email meant. Paraphrasing, of course, but that is exactly what that was. And I was like, screw it. There are so many good companies that will ship here and it won't cost an arm and a leg. So next we have Charlotte Tilbury. Now, this is an okay brand. I don't hate it, or I don't have like a really bad experience to quote with this one. It's just that I think this brand is so overpriced and overhyped. Overhyped is the key word here. Everyone and their mother and their grandmother and their dog are excited about this brand, and I don't see why. These past few months or so, or maybe since the start of this year, I've been collecting Charlotte Tilbury products and, testing them out and seeing what the hype is about. The products are fine. They're not like Pat McGrath quality, or they're not extraordinary in any way, but the prices and the fanfare surrounding this brand, wow. 3 cheers to the brand for managing that. And that is some good marketing. But someone like myself who sees through the marketing is just like, eh. So for that reason, I don't think I will be buying Charlotte Tilbury for a while. Plus I have some of their products that I'm still maybe using off and on here and there. Not like religiously, but yeah, I don't see the need to buy more. Let's talk a little bit about something different, and that is Ipsy and BoxyCharm. If you have been a subscriber of BoxyCharm in the past few years, you would know how good it used to be. You would remember that the founder, the dude who left the company and sold it to Ipsy, when he was around, the brand used to be really good. I think he went out and had these partnerships with various different hot brands in the community, and he would really bring some nice products into the box. And for a good price on that box, like, the people would be all over it. There was a huge subscribership. And how do I know that? I know that because when people review the products, the numbers used to be in tens of thousands. And now, when that guy left and, BoxyCharm raised prices first, and then, the quality of the products, the quality of the brands that they used to feature in the box, that went downhill. Lots of the subscribers, I'm pretty sure, went away because from those tens of thousands of reviews, now it's just a few hundred on each product. And people do leave reviews because that gives you points, which you can convert into future products or stuff like that. So that was a pretty good indicator of the loss of their popularity. Then came Ipsy. They merged with Ipsy. Now Ipsy and BoxyCharm are one entity, and everything that was meh about Ipsy is the same for BoxyCharm. So that was quite an era of good products. I still have so much good skincare and good makeup from BoxyCharm in my collection, and those were the good days, to be honest. People used to do BoxyCharm unboxings all the time. Another indicator of the decline in popularity of this subscription is that so many people who used to review this and, unbox this on their channel, no one does that anymore. It's just, the interest is not there anymore. Having been a subscriber for that many years, I just wanted to say that this is something that is on the mind of the consumers. I still sometimes go to Ipsy's page and see maybe they have discounts on some products, but the discounts are not good anymore. The product selection isn't that fun anymore. It's just not there. This thing is pretty much over. But those of us who look back on this with nostalgia can just say that, yeah, that used to be a good time for us makeup lovers. There used to be so much anticipation with what product's gonna come next in the box and what variation are we gonna get, and it used to be pretty fun. I have 2 dishonorable mentions in this list, and the first of which is Melt Cosmetics. So we all know, it's no secret that Mel's products are pretty overpriced, and recently they came out with their Nightmare Before Christmas themed collections. Used to be 1, and now it's revealed to be 2. I think it was revealed, today? Maybe? The second collection. And what happened was I ordered from Melt. Before this, there never used to be any customs or duties, but this time there was an exorbitant charge on my package, and that kind of, took away from buying the whole thing. First, they're inducing FOMO about these collections. They are going to be very limited edition and buy these before the stock runs out and all that. And now this happens, it's not a good thing to do that to customers. There's lots of people who've messaged me and commented on my post saying that limited edition collections are frustrating, and I agree. And the problem is, I don't care if it were like a small one-person operation indie brand doing this, like me getting my package in Canada and then being hit with a lot of duties and taxes. But this is a big Sephora brand. Why can you not have a small warehouse or a small operation so that you can ship locally within Canada or maybe a couple of other North American countries? What is the big deal? Like, figure it the fuck out. Why is it so hard? You know? Like, I expect that from an indie brand. That's fine. They don't have the resources. But this is a fairly big brand that's on Sephora. So yeah. And why won't you put your whole collection on Sephora so that people won't have to buy through your website anyway? These are the questions that I just don't think there are satisfactory answers available to, and that is why Melt is on this list. And lastly, I want to mention Ensley Rain Cosmetics. So I ordered from this brand, I think it's been a while, and that was the Brittany Huffman palette, and since then I haven't tried anything else from the brand just because their prices are very high. Every time I go to their website and I'm deciding whether to buy this or something else from another brand, $88 for a palette, I mean, I could buy something else with that. So although I don't think I won't be buying from this brand, I just think that they should be able to lower their prices. That is totally up to the brand. Maybe their palettes are worth it. So if you are curious about this, I do have one eyeshadow palette from the brand which I haven't put on my face yet, and I would like to. It's been in my collection for a while. So that is going to be one of my next videos coming up very soon. And if you're interested in finding out whether or not the high price tag associated with Ensley Rain products is worth it or not, just stay tuned and that video will be up soon. That is all that I had to say for today. Thank you for listening to my rants, and I will join you in another video very soon.